Okay, guys. So sorry for that delay. There were some technical issues. So let's begin fast. So we were talking about the winter projects. So basically, we are GDSC IITK, and we are offering the winter projects this year. We'll give you a brief about what exactly these projects are, how we have planned them for you guys, and what you'll benefit from these. So, talking about what exactly the projects are, the winter projects are designed to provide you guys with a dynamic platform for both learning and collaboration. Our dedicated mentors committed to guiding and supporting you play a crucial role in these projects. So basically, we have planned the project in such a way that it will provide you both a mix of theory and practical. And when I speak of theory, we have very good content for you, and practical, obviously, we have some uh, very nicely prepared problem statements that will allow you to talk about and solve some real world challenges. Next, if we talk about why you should apply for the winter projects under GDSC IITK. So first of all, we have curated the content to be very beginner friendly. So even if you are not uh, knowledgeable or about the
Sahil,
particular area,
sorry for the
Sorry to
interruption.
interrupt, Sahil.
Can you
Slides नहीं
just
चल रही है.
share it in the meet also? It is visible on the channel.
yeah, please look into the channel. It's not possible to share the slides in the meet is for doubts and queries, so please use the YouTube channel. And
Uh,
yeah.
okay.
Okay, so we are talking about why you should apply for the winter projects. So first of all, the winter projects are beginner friendly. It is designed to be exceptionally beginner friendly, and it will offer a supportive environment for you guys. Next, we have theoretical expertise. We have handcrafted the materials directly from Google, and all the materials are exclusive from Google's end. So you'll be in access to some really good material crafted by the Googlers. Next on, we have hands-on application. So theory is nothing without the practical approach. For that, we have implemented very good and very real-world problem scenarios for you. Next, when you will be working under a winter project, you will have a collaborative environment with your peers that will help you grow and share your ideas with like-minded people. Next, there will be always diverse learning because we are offering various projects on different fields. So that will help you pick up whichever project you interests you. And the last but not the least, we are preparing you for future challenges through these projects. So basically, what I mean is that winter projects are not just for guys. Please mute yourself. It's not very nice. Devdhar Patil, can you please mute yourself? Devdhar Patil, can you please mute yourself? Okay, so we are planning the winter projects, and we have planned it in such a way that it will prepare you for the future challenges. By future challenges, obviously there are a lot of future challenges, but the one which we are looking forward to is the solutions challenge from Google's end. What that basically is, we'll talk about that in a bit later in the slides. But I'll just give you a sneak peek into the challenge by saying that there are top three teams that win the challenge, and each team has around four people, and each person gets a reward of $3,000, which is a lot of money. Uh, so, not being only motivated by the reward amount, the solutions challenge is also a very good platform to solve some real world challenges which are there on a global scale. So we'll talk about this later in the presentation, but let's now focus on what we are here for, which is the winter projects. Next, if we look at the list of projects, we are offering currently nine different projects. The first being Intro to Machine Learning, then Image Processing, Active Learning, Birdsong Recognition, Web Dev Basics and Applications, Chatbot using RNNs, Forecasting using Time Series Models, Intro to Gen AI, and App Dev Track. So we'll look into each project in very detail after this, but here was just a brief glance on this. Now, just an important update, guys. If you are very new to us,
being
intro to machine learning, then image processing, active learning, bird song recognition, web dev basics and applications, chat GPT. So, if you are very new to us, you can find all the list of projects here. You'll see this website we have developed for you guys. This is a basically a repository of all the projects which we are offering right now, and which we will offer in the future also. So just look at this website, and if you are interested to work with us in the future also, you can just keep a track of this website. We'll keep posting very cool projects here, and you can directly apply from this website itself. Next comes the process of application. So what is the process of application basically? So looking at the volume of applications that are going to come, we have kept it first come first serve. So you will basically have to fill three preferences for the projects out of the 9 projects being offered, and we'll select you according to both first come first serve and according to your preferences. So your application response matters. There the form is quite detailed one, and we'll pick according to whatever response you give in the form. So please make sure to fill the form very carefully, and stay tuned with us till the end for to get the form link also. Yeah, now comes the part about certification and ratification. So obviously we'll ratify you if you complete the project, if you stay with us till the very end, and if you complete the project successfully, we'll obviously ratify you. And there are some set of rules for each project. If you abide by those set of rules and you complete the project in time, you'll get a ratification from our end. No worries. Yeah, so the next question is that how many projects can you take? So I personally got this question from many of you. So I decided to address this in the presentation itself. You can officially take part in only one project, and you will receive ratification for only one project. But there is a but here. You can audit up to 2 other projects and learn more about your interest also. So what basically it means that you'll be involved formally in the proceedings of only one project offered by us, but you will you can audit up to 2 other projects. And what does audit means here basically is that you will get the resources, and you'll get the attention and the guidance of the mentors of the other 2 projects also in which you are interested. The only thing is that we cannot give ratification to you for 3 different projects, and you should pick up a main project in which you are completely devoted. And if you want to learn more, you can take up 2 other projects, but that is completely optional. And one person, one project is the main motto here. So now, guys, we can begin with the projects presentation basically. And we'll have a detailed overview of what exactly the projects are and how will it proceed. So I think we can start with that. We have our first project, which is basically intro to machine learning. I think Kalika,
Ah,
your team
yes,
can take over.
I'll be present. Yes. Hello, everyone. Good evening. I'm Amir, and we are here with our project Introduction to Machine Learning. Uh, I and Kalika will be mentoring this project, and we are expecting a total intake of around 20 mentees. Uh, Next slide, please. Okay, so giving a project overview. Our project is designed to immerse participants in the core concepts of machine learning. So everyone wants to learn ML. It is the talk of the town. But where to start, how to start, that will be covering stuff in this project. The project equips participants with practical skills for real world ML challenges. Our approach will be fostering a hands on learning environment, leveraging a robust tech stack where participants engage in practical coding assignments and real world projects. Emphasis will be laid not only on theoretical knowledge but to apply it in real scenarios, ensuring a holistic understanding of ML concepts. Logistically, Kalika and me, Ame, will be handling the project. and will be providing access to tutorials, coding exercises, projects, and live sessions, to say a few. Next slide, please. So the tech stacks that we'll be covering using will be the primary language will be Python. We'll be using various libraries and frameworks such as Pandas, Scikit-learn, TensorFlow, and other tools, Jupyter Notebook, Google Colab, or any code editor as per your preference. Next slide, please. Giving you an overview of the timeline, what we'll be doing. So basically, it is a month-long project. In the first week, we'll be giving a basic idea of ML intro, what Pandas is, covering model working, basic EDA, elaboratory, data analysis, model validation, and random forests. Next, we'll be moving on to some intermediate topics of machine learning, focusing on missing values, categorical variables, pipelines, cross validation, XGBoost, and data leakage. The third week will be our final week for the theoretical aspect, learning aspect, covering topics such as feature engineering, exploring mutual information, creating features, k-means clustering, PDA, and target encoding. After all this, in the final week, we'll be having a project that will be applying all the knowledge that you have gained, the students have gained throughout the 3 weeks. I cannot tell you what the exactly project is. For that, you'll have to apply. But it is a very interesting project. And we'll have a bonus project if the time permits. What we'll be learning mostly is a comprehensive understanding of, we'll be having a comprehensive understanding of data pre-processing, model building, and feature engineering, along with practical skills to tackle real-world ML problems. Next slide, please. So, as I mentioned before, we'll be providing tutorials, resources, articles, documentation with Kaggle links for practical reinforcement. And we'll be having weekly sessions for doubt clearing and discussions. You can contact any of us for one-to-one questions if you have anything. You want to give feedback to us, you can give. And finally, we'll be applying everything in a capstone project, showcasing participants what exactly ML is, and if the bonus project, if time permits. Thank you. Do apply.
Hello everyone, I am Akshat Mehta and I along with my co-mentors Pawan and Archisha will be giving the project image processing and computer vision with around 15 mentees. Next slide. So giving a brief overview of the project, we'll start off with the image processing techniques like covering how an image is stored and how we can manipulate it in various color spaces using various filters and transformations to basically pre-process and enhance that. Then we'll move on to machine learning. So it will be preferred if you have a basic background of machine learning. We'll also be teaching some stuff. And in machine learning, we will go over how an image can be processed so that we get a better output of the model. And we'll also be going over various tasks like image classification, object detection, segmentation, and many more. So next slide. Now, as we can see that in this images contain a wealth of information, and we'll be understanding how we can process and analyze that using various algorithms. And we'll be applying that in computer vision to recognize objects and detect patterns using the algorithms that will be taught. This has a significant real world impact as image processing and computer vision is regularly used in medical imaging, surveillance, and augmented reality. So, next slide. The tech stack that we'll be covering is basic Python to write the code, and some libraries that will be included are OpenCV, NumPy, PIL, and Scikit-learn. And the code will be done on Jupyter Notebooks and Google Colab. Next slide. The roadmap of the project will be first week will be covering basic image techniques. Second will be going forward with some advanced techniques and how to implement them in ML models. Week 3 will be introducing the project involving OCR and CNNs. And week 4, if time permits, we'll see what happens. Maybe a bonus project. Next slide. So overall in the project work, resources will be given to you with articles and documentation for various image processing techniques. And we'll have live sessions for doubt resolution and discussions, and a main project in the end, and bonus project if time permits. And evaluation is that you need to attend all the sessions, and the final project must be completed. Thank you.
So, hi everyone. I'm Shashwat. I'm the mentor for Active Learning project. Next slide. So, before we begin with what is active learning and what we'll be covering, this is the holistic view that the aim of the project is to familiarize people with what all different active learning strategies we have, what are the potential use cases like adaptive tests and labeling disease images, and as well as give them idea of the recent works such as deep active learning and core sets. Now expectation is to become comfortable with Python and machine learning programming, being able to develop some cool stuff and implementing papers, as well as getting a feel of what active learning is. Next slide. The timeline and workflow. The first week will be installation, second, and familiarizing ourselves with the basics of libraries. Second week onwards, we will implement simple machine learning models. Third week onwards, we'll start with active learning, and fourth week onwards, we'll be able to implement complex and more involved active learning strategies. The way the project will work is that 3 days before the lecture, you will be you are guaranteed to get all the resources available. There will be an introductory interaction followed by a doubt clearing session 2 3 days later, and then you will be given a week's time for the completing the assignments. Next slide. The tech stack will be Python. The libraries are PyTorch, basic libraries like NumPy, Panda, scikit-learn, and Matplotlib, and we'll be doing most of our work on Colab. The prerequisites are elementary probability and statistics and linear algebra. Uh, you may want to revise these, but we'll be building all concepts from scratch. Next slide. So, what is active learning? So active learning is basically when you have lots of unlabeled data and you select which data to label and feed to the model. So formally, active learning is a model, a query strategy, and a stopping criteria. And there are broadly three types: pool-based, stream-based, and membership query synthesis, which means that you can either consider all data at once or consider data as it comes by or generate new samples. So we'll be dealing with pool based, which means that we'll consider all the unlabeled data at once and selecting the few samples to label. There are two broad aspects: uncertainty and diversity, which we are going to deal with. Next slide. Thanks, and do join.
Hello everyone, I am Shweta and me and Bhavna will be mentoring the project Birdsong Recognition. I'll start by introducing the topic and then I'll move on to the logistics of the project. Next slide. So birdsong recognition is crucial for ecological mentoring and biodiversity conservation. Scientists and nature protectors use it to track populations and monitor population stability.
that complicate their recognition. So what we are going to do in the project is we are going to take the audio data, we are going to clean it, and we'll recognize patterns that classify different birds into different categories. And we are going to do that based on a neural network model. The tech stacks that we'll be needing is Python, and the libraries you see are all the libraries of Python. NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, and Seaborn will be used for analysis of data. Librosa will be used for extracting features from the audio data. And PyTorch is sklearn and PyTorch are going to be used to build our network. We are mainly going to be use Google Colab, but you can also use Jupyter Notebook if you'd like. The prereqs are basic understanding of some Python programming, and it would be nice if you know some machine learning concepts. And even if you don't know machine learning concepts, you can use and we will look into how machine learning can be applied to that data. In week 3 and 4, we will be building our models and we will evaluate the performance on how well it is classifying the different voices. So the objectives are that we would learn how to clean and pre-process data, which includes text as well as audio data, so that it can be used to so that it can be added to machine learning models. And then we will understand which audio features we have to use and how we can use them to add them into our model. And then we'll learn how to build our own model using PyTorch. The evaluation metrics go like this. I will start from the bottom. 80% attendance is absolutely mandatory to be ratified. And then in week 1 and 2, we will have a practice data set on which you'll have to do the analysis of whatever we teach you. And then in week 3, you will be building a basic small model of the same thing that you'll go to do in the final week. And then there will be the final evaluation of your model, which means the accuracy of it will be evaluated, how good your model is performing. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Saugat Kanodia. I'll be mentoring this project with Hemant Chaudhary. The project is Web Dev Basics and Applications. Can you move to the next slide? Yeah. So this project will mainly focus on the application part. This is an entry level project into web development. We will be first teaching about the basics of React along with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. We'll be using React for the front end and Firebase. Can we move to the next slide? The next. Yeah. So our languages that we'll teach is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. We'll be mainly focusing on the React.js front-end framework, and we'll try to do our backend stuff with database authentication and hosting using Firebase. If time permits, we'll also do some advanced features of Firebase such as Cloud Functions and Cloud Run. And we'll try to incorporate GitHub Actions for our management of the project. Can you move to the next? Yeah. So basically, in the first beginning 2 weeks, we'll teach all the basics of HTML, CSS. We'll try to cover responsive design as well, and we'll majorly cover how to start with a project. With this, we won't be going into the deep aspects of all the frameworks that we are going to teach. Majorly the ones that you usually require in your development journey. And in week 3 and 4, we'll focus the projects that you can see on the project showcase portal of GDSC. We'll basically try to apply whatever we learn in week 1 and 2, and try to apply this on that website only. and we'll do a whole UI revamp along with adding new features that you guys will implement during the course of this project. And in the end, we'll also try to cover the cloud functions and all. That will be all. Thank you. This is the current project website, and we are going to be revamping this mainly in our project duration. Thank you.
Greetings, everyone. Am I audible? Can anyone confirm?
Yes, you are.
Thank you. Greetings, everyone. So, I'm Arvin, and along with Shrey Mehta, I will be mentoring this project, which will be about creating a chatbot powered by recurrent neural networks. So, we are expecting a total intake of about 25 mentees. Next slide, please. So the problem statement is clear. I think that we have to construct a chatbot that can answer questions derived from stories or context, utilizing advanced NLP techniques and the power of RNNs. So our approach will involve structured progress, starting with the fundamental concepts like PDF handling and NLP basics. And as we advance, we'll delve into speech tagging, text classification, sentiment analysis, and topic modeling. So each step is designed in such a way to provide a solid foundation and practical understanding. We'll also have a tutorial about machine learning and RNN in depth for those who are not aware about RNN particularly. So regarding the logistics, as I told before, I and Shrey Mehta will be your mentors and will provide you curated tutorials, exercises, and we'll have a lot of sessions for learning reinforcement and engagement tracking. Next slide, please. So regarding the tech stack, all the code will be written in Python, and we'll also offer you environment for Anaconda. Though you can choose your own code editor, it can be Google Colab or any other code editor you want, but we would expect you to work on Jupyter Notebook. We'll work on a lot of libraries. There is a complete .yml file that will be given to those who will join this project. Next slide, please. So this, as you can see, is the architecture of chatbot that we'll be building. Right now, it might look a bit complex, but as we go through the weeks, you will probably understand what the exact architecture is. Uh, Next slide, please. So regarding a timeline, in the first week, we will start with the basics of PDF handling with Python and then the NLP fundamentals. As we progress, we will delve into more important topics like in week two, we'll dive into speech tagging where we teach our system to understand the parts of speech in a sentence like noun, verbs, etc., followed by text classification that enables the chatbot to categorize text into different groups. In week three, we will talk about sentiment analysis, which provides emotional intelligence to our chatbot, which is very important because it allows it to differentiate whether a user's query is positive, negative, or neutral. A very great example of this is ChatGPT, where you might have exactly told it, "No, I don't like your answer," and then it generates another answer for you. So that is based on you can probably guess this project has a lot about learning, so attendance is very mandatory in this project. That's it. Thank you everyone for your attention.
Yeah. So hello everyone. So my name is Sayanjan. I will be mentoring the forecasting using Transit model with Aditya Pandey. So I have mentioned our mail ID in the front page, so you can contact if you want. And also we will take about 15 mentees. So please next slide. So basically in this project we will offer you the time series component, in which it is a major component of machine learning. So in this we will cover all the models of time series. All we will try to cover models like MA process, Rigma process, which will be used to predict stock prices and future trends. Basically in weather forecasting is very useful. So we will cover both theoretical understanding and practical implementation of these models. So yeah, next slide. So programming language we will be using is Python, and libraries will be pandas, and stat model which will be used for the models of time series will be Rigma, Sigma, and other, which will be we will learn in the ongoing projects. And tools we will mainly use Google Colab. You can also use Jupyter's Notebook, but we will mainly focus on Google Colab. Yeah, next. So basically, we have written for a 6 week, but we will try to cover within 4 weeks. And if you guys show enthuse, so we will extend or give you extra material which you can read in the extra 2 3 weeks. So basically, we will first week will be basic MSO 201, which if you have completed then it's nice. If not, then you can we will share the resources like probability, PDS, PMS, normal distribution expectation. We will try to cover in week one, which will be we will share resources. So and further like hypothesis testing in week two and other sources regression. After in week three, we will cover the main time series components like MA process, partial differentiation function, correlation function, Arigma process, Sigma. This is the timeline we will follow, and mainly in the final, mm, basically in week four, we will have a final project in which we will give you an assignment, and evaluation will be based on that. Yeah, next slide. So we will expect the duration will be 4 to 5 weeks or 5 to 6 if you guys show into, and then request is nothing but your enthusiasm. If you have a knowledge of MSO 201 or HSO 201, it's well and good, but not necessary. So time commitment is 6 to 7 hours a week, which is nominal. And for the meets, we will have 2 meets per week. Like in one meet, we will discuss the upcoming assignment or the upcoming week schedule or what resources, and after that we will also take a doubt classes so you can clear your doubts regarding the resources we share. Yeah, evaluation will be like we, as I said, we will conduct meets, so the your attendance will be compulsory. If you have any restriction or you was not able to join the meeting, tell during the group. And so you can register, like we will float a, like Yuvraj Gupta asked, so we will float there is a website of project, and also there will be a form, so you can fill the form. It will be the first come first serve. There will not be a assignment. So basically it is mostly for the IITK group, it's not for triple IIT Hyderabad. So yeah, IITK students are allowed for this. And evaluation will be the final project which will be given in the 4th week of, and there will be sessions, and the necessary attendance is necessary. This will be the criteria for the evaluation. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So, hey all, I am Paramveer. I, along with my commenters Anushka and Aniket, will be offering the project Intro Generative AI this month. So, as of now, we are expecting an intake of around 20 mentees, though it may vary. Next slide, please. So, for those of you who are not aware, generative AI is a subset of AI which focuses on creating new data. So, you see all those chatbots around you like ChatGPT, Bard, Claude, and all those similar stuff. Basically, all major corporations are trying to make one of their own right now. So, quite a trendy field these days. So generative AI is based on LLM. So we will be covering concepts such as large language models, generative adversarial networks, and we'll apply all this knowledge to a hands-on project at the end of the month. Next slide, please. So this will be how this is how we'll be following our project. So in the first week, we'll be covering fundamentals of generative AI and large language models. In next week, we'll be doing practical implementation of these stuff. In the third week, we'll be uh, doing some hands-on experience with generative adversarial networks, how they work and theory behind them. In the last week will be about your project. So you will be doing a hands-on project, and based on which you will be evaluated. So next slide, please. So we'll be using Python as our primary language. We'll be using libraries such as OpenCV, NumPy, scikit-learn, TensorFlow for most of our project. Though our bonus project may require PyTorch and LangChain. So about the bonus project, we may do a bonus project where you'll be building a custom GPT. So a custom chatbot kind of thing which will be trained on GPT-3. So we'll be using Google Colab only. So we'll try to avoid local code editors. So this is our timeline. So as I said earlier, first week we'll be covering generative AI and LLMs. In second week we'll be doing developer point of view of generative AI. So we'll be doing tasks such as image generation, audio generation, and similar stuff. So in third week we'll learn about generative adversarial networks. In fourth week will be about your hands-on project. So yeah, I think that's all from my side. Thank you.
Hello guys, so this is the app dev track project, and I am Sahil Singh, and I'll be mentoring this project. The expected number of mentees is 20. So this project is basically designed to guide you through the exploration and hands-on learning of mobile app development through Flutter and Dart. These two are very powerful Flutter is a very powerful framework for building cross-platform mobile applications. Participants will start with the installation of the necessary tools, explore the basic of Dart and Flutter, build their first Flutter app, and delve into advanced topics such as material design, networking, state management, using different plugins from pub.dev and different testing tools. So the approach and logistics. First of all, we'll set up the development environment. Obviously, setting up the development environment is a thing in Android app development. So we'll have the necessary tools and libraries installed, including Flutter SDK, Dartpad, Android Studio, and other stuff. Then we'll look into implementing the core functionalities. These include building the user interface using Flutter widgets, implementing state management techniques, and integrating networking features. Then we'll also focus on code quality. We'll write clean, modular, and well-documented code. We'll utilize testing practices to ensure the application is stable and bug-free. We'll leverage the vast ecosystem of Flutter plugins and packages to enhance your application with additional features and functionalities. So this structured project plan ensures a step-by-step exploration of Flutter and Dart, covering installation, basic concepts, app building, advanced topics, and practical application through real-world projects. So the tech stack here is basically will be the programming language that Flutter uses is Dart. Dart is a programming language which is quite similar to Java. So if you already know Java, you'll be very fluent with Dart. Or even if you don't know Dart, learning Dart is not a big thing. It's a very easy to learn language, and the frameworks is obviously Flutter, and we'll utilize the pub.dev packages. So basically pub.dev is a repository of packages for Flutter. The tools will be using Android Studio, but you are free to use VS Code or vice versa. So basically I prefer VS Code for this, but anyone is free to use Android Studio. So looking at the timeline, the first week will be installation, exploring Flutter, and building your first basic app. The second week we'll get into material design, networking, state management, plugins for native APIs, and testing your code. Uh, from the third, fourth, and fifth week, we'll keep basically a project building phase. So we'll talk about the project in details later, but right now what I can tell you is the project is a very well curated one, which will give you a very good hands-on learning on what exactly mobile app development is and how things work. And we'll develop a very beautiful application, not beautiful in terms of UI only, but also in terms of its usage. So we have this in store, and uh, The project is going to be a very cool one, so rest assured of that. So yeah, with this, guys, we are officially over with the projects listing, and these were the 9 projects that we have in store for you for the winters of 2023. So you guys can take screenshot of this slide. You can go to this link, start applying. The deadline for the applications is 9th of December, which is tomorrow, 11:59 p.m. We will not be able to extend the deadlines in any case. So please make sure you apply to the projects as soon as possible, and fill the form very carefully. That is a advice. Don't rush, but don't delay it either. So everyone just take a screenshot maybe of this, and then we can move ahead. Okay, so that was basically from our end. It was a we wrap up our presentation at this slide. We are open to questions at this point. So yes, I think we can start taking questions from the chat itself. And if you have any question, just drop it in the chat. It will be better instead of speaking. Okay. So the first question is around when will the project start? So the application's deadline is tomorrow EOD. So we are expecting to start the onboarding for the projects from 10th. So the selections, so basically the projects will start, let's say from Monday, which is 11th of December. We'll have to learn Python for each and every project. No, you'll not have to learn Python for each and every project. Mostly only those projects which require Python, you'll have to know basics of Python. And I think there are some entry level projects, and there are then some medium level projects. So for the entry level projects, it's okay if you know if you know decent bit of Python, but we are not expecting you to be a very hardcore programmer in Python. Just a little bit knowledge, or even if you don't know Python, you can, I mean, you can grasp that in a few days, maybe 3 or 4 days. You can know enough to take part in the project, so that won't be a problem. How many projects can one person apply for? Okay, I answered this question earlier. I'll just show you that slide again. One person can apply for only one person can officially take only one project, but and you will receive the ratification for only one project, but one person can audit up to 2 other projects. So basically you can do a total of 3 projects at once, but you will be given the ratification for only one project of your of the main project which you will be allotted, and the other 2 projects, if you want, you can audit, but it's no compulsion. Do we have any official group with mentees? We will start the group when we allot the projects, and then we'll have the official group with the mentees. But right now the applications have not begun and the students are not selected, so we'll not so we don't have the project groups yet, but we'll have that soon. Would I be able to take a week off from December 24? I don't, I'm not sure, because so the project is a very short period project, so it's only 4 to 5 weeks, and in that, if you are planning to take a week off, then it will be very hectic for you to complete the project. So please try not to take a week off. Could we get the link of these slides? Guys, you'll get the link of the slides. I'll mail them to you, but only if you have joined us at this website. So if you have not joined us yet, uh, you can basically go to gdsc.community.dev. You can search IITK. Sorry, you can search IIT Kanpur, and you can click on join us here. So if you join our club, then only you will receive the link for the slides. I'll mail them to all the members of the club, so make sure you join from this link here. uh, I'll put the link Okay. Next question. Not everyone applying will be selected for doing projects. Kushal, no, we cannot select everybody who applies. It's on a first come first serve basis, and also it depends on the response that you are giving. So make sure you're filling the form very carefully and you are applying fast. I mean, it's a race. Yeah. So make sure you're applying fast, and also you are applying carefully. Are we taught by IITK seniors? Yes, we are taught by IITK seniors, not any other personals. Our IITK seniors, third and fourth year seniors, are there as your mentors, and they'll teach you. Do we have any more questions? Yes, we will share the slides. Just guys, be sure that you join us at this link. Just scan this QR code, join us at this link, and we'll email the slides directly to you. Okay. So we'll keep the channel open for another 5 minutes maybe, and you, if you have any doubts, you can ask, and then we'll close this live session. Okay, prerequisites for Gen AI. I think it was already mentioned in the slides. I think you can have a look at the slides again when we send it to you. What else? Gmail ID, you can use this gdsc.itk@gmail.com as the Gmail ID. This is our official mail ID. How to apply for extra two projects? So we'll what we'll do is that we'll open the option for audit later. Right now you only have the option for taking one main project, but once all the main projects are allotted to everybody, we'll again circulate a form for the auditing thing. For generative AI projects, are we supposed to have a rough idea of LLMs? I would say a rough idea of LLM would help, obviously, if you have so, but it's not required. I mean, it's fine if you don't have it. We'll teach you, but you have it. It's well and good. What is the attendance for Intro to ML? I think it's the mentors can address this in the chat. Will there be any test before giving us these projects? Harshit, no, there will not be any test because, first of all, we don't have enough time. Secondly, any test can be hacked using these very fantastic tools. So we are not going to do that. On your project selections. So Srujan is asking, do we have to apply from this link or the Google form? So basically the link on the website projects GDSCK is the same of the Google form which you have been shared. So both are same. You can apply from anyone. Prerequisite for ML, enthusiasm and your curiosity to learn, just that. Which project has HSO 201 prereq? The time series project has the HSO 201 prereq. Mayank, if that answers your question. Mr. Professor, I think your question is not clear to me. Okay, I don't see any more questions coming up. So if you have any questions, just drop that in the general queries of WhatsApp, and then you'll we can address your doubts there itself. But right now, we due to time constraints, we have to close the session also. Uh, okay, I think that's fine. So guys, just reiterating some steps. If you want to apply for the projects, you can use this link to apply for the same. The links are open till tomorrow evening, and you can right now you can apply to only one project. I mean, there are three preferences, but you'll be given only one project, uh, and that will be your main project. But you can audit up to two other projects, and that form will be circulated later in due time. Could you please tell which WhatsApp group is it? Okay, okay. So if you go to our channel, you will find, basically you can have all the links together from our link tree. So I think the team can share the links in the chat. Team, please share the links in the chat. Okay, yeah, we will email you with the WhatsApp group as well. Okay, thank you guys for attending this session. It was nice meeting with you, and we'll start the registration soon. Please apply to the projects within your time limits, and obviously join us at this website so you're updated of our future endeavors also. Thank you. Have a nice day. Good night. See you again.